Can we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and prayer? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father in heaven, we're grateful for this beautiful day and grateful we could come together as a council, and we ask that you bless Councilor Freeman and especially Councilor Williams with their families and the ongoing illness they may be having, and as they travel, you'll bless them in safety, and we may keep them in our prayers. And we ask that you'll bless us as leaders and bless our administration and bless our leaders in military and police and firemen, that you'll bless them with safety and be with them. And we ask as time comes that we'll go in safety. And we say in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
It's not here either.
All right, we have a quorum. As Councilor Jones mentioned, Councilor Williams did lose his son, so we would ask that you keep him and his family up in prayer, and you can get with any of us after the meeting tonight if you would like further details on the arrangements. Thank you so much. Next, we have comments of council members and special recognitions or resolutions. Councilor Giles.
Madam Chair, thank you. I just want to give a kind of a little shout out, a word of appreciation to our street department and parks department guys and utility, all the guys that chipped in to take care of the snow and the ice. Again, I'm just so proud of them. I looked out the window and, our streets were clear. And it's just really a testament, I think, to the folks that work here in Lawrence. And I just want to thank them on behalf of the citizens of the city.
Thank you. Any other councilors?
Madam President?
Yes, Councilor Wells.
Last meeting, I had asked the administration if they could enlighten us on this Arch for Lawrence, what we've been seeing on television and on social media. Not real sure where exactly we're at with that or what involvement, if any, the council may have in that from henceforth. They said they would have some sort of a presentation or information by the next meeting. So can we expect that now?
So that's not on the agenda. I did not approve that for the mid-month agenda, but it is on the 1st of February agenda. Judy Byron will be coming, and she will be giving us an update on where things stands with the project.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other councilors?
Madam President,
Councilor.
I just wanted to re-echo Councilor Giles that we're very lucky with our DPW and street department, and I think we just sometimes take those guys for granted. We always have the best snow removal in our city, and those guys I know work, I heard one say 12 or 14 hours, and they just don't ever say a word, and we're very lucky for all their hard work and what a great job they do. Our streets are always better than the other cities, so I'm grateful for them.
Thank you. Any other councilors? I would like Chief Hoffman to come up. He has an update for us based on an inquiry that I believe Councilor Wells may have had in our last meeting.
At the first of the month meeting this month, I believe it was January 7th, Councilor Wells had inquired about the Canterbury House Apartments, tax subsidies, crime in general, and what's being done there. Did a little research, found out the property owners are a firm named Herman and Kittle at 96 Meridian. They actually have an acting property manager who's on duty there right now. Her name is Candace Hartthorne. She tells me that just some general information about Canterbury House Apartments. They are 110 units, roughly 150 residents. They're at 92% occupancy. They do have a waiting list of residents to get in. As a result of some of the actions or some of the events that occurred in 2018, they are investing in additional parking lot lighting, security cameras. They do currently have a civilian security guard who works 5 hours a day in that complex in the late afternoon and early evening hours. They're currently in a hiring selection process for their full-time property manager, and they're seeking someone who is good at troubled apartment complexes that has experience with that. I asked them how they screen their residents and how they keep their residents if evictions are an option for apartment building or apartment residents that draw an inordinate amount of police runs. So two answers to that. First, how do they screen their residents? She told me they have a very vigorous background screening selection process that goes above and beyond Section 8 requirements. Anybody convicted of a battery offense, an illegal gun possession offense, or any felony is denied residency there, and they will not allow convicted sex offenders to live there. She said their problem not necessarily is with their residents who sign leases, it's with the guests who come and visit them. And we saw that this summer. I'll talk about that here in just a second very briefly. As an update as far as what we're doing with LPD, we have reinvigorated our Crime Watch program there. We have a meeting this month, I want to say a week after next. We're enticing residents and their children to attend. They're providing free food, prizes, and we plan on bringing out one of our cuddly canines, the ones that don't bite, and having a police presence there to interact with the kids. And we will continue doing that all year long. As far as tax breaks, she wasn't exactly sure. She was going to reach out to her corporate side and find out when they opened 16 years ago if there were municipal tax breaks given as a result of crime statistics. She didn't think so. It's not real common. And what she speculated, and she's checking, and I'll get back to you on this, is that because they offer low-income housing under a Section 8 provision, that the City of Lawrence most likely did offer them tax breaks when they were originally built and occupied, and she's not sure if those are still in effect or not, and we'll find out. But getting back to one other thing we're talking about, we're going to do a study with them, is there's two entrances. There's a north and a south entrance on the west side of Franklin Road there. She's open to the idea of closing the north entrance so that there is a single point of entry there, and installing cameras there as well, web-based, so that anybody coming or going will be captured in that entrance right there on digital video. So those are some of the things we're doing in response to what is kind of an underwhelming statistical analysis of crime in that area. So in 2018, we had 33 total incident reports generated by the Lawrence Police Department in that complex. So 33, less than one a week, one every 10 days maybe. Of those, admittedly, 4 were serious violent crimes resulting in 3 murders and 1 aggravated assault involving a domestic dispute with a lady who was stabbed non-fatally. Of the homicide victims, 2 were guests, 1 was a resident. I can't talk specifically about those cases, but I can tell you that, like most murders, we know that they're oftentimes lifestyle-based and they involve relationships, so people who know each other. Rarely are there predators out there randomly attacking innocent bystanders, kinds of things. So of the remaining 29 incidents, I've got a whole list here, but the vast majority are not crimes against persons. They are either traffic-related, vehicle crashes, vandalism. We had 1 burglary there in 2018, or harassment, or runaway, vehicle theft, an immediate detention, and only 1 narcotics investigation in 2018 was launched there that resulted in a report. So 33 total incidents in 2018. Obviously, we want to see that number go down, but that's roughly a third of the, we saw 3 times those reports out of the Walmart, which I understand it's a retail establishment, it's not a residential area, but it just kind of puts things in perspective about the draw on resources. So draw your conclusions as you will, but I just wanted to at least provide some facts to answer your question, which I could not a couple weeks ago. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'll hang out after the meeting if that's satisfactory.
Appreciate that. Thank you,
Thank
Chief.
you all very much.
Chief Battalis has a quick update for us as well.
Thank you. I just wanted to kind of fill the council in today. A few hours after that fire at Benjamin Court, the with the help of Jimmy Griffin from the city, we set up a GoFundMe account. That account was closed on January the 4th, and that account gathered $10,485.19. We deposited another $1,980, the donations that came into our office here. So today we wrote 30 checks at $430 apiece that went to 29 residents. And I just we went on their recommendation at Benjamin Court. They found the 29 residents that got totally displaced are the ones that everybody should get the same amount. And we have delivered a lot of furniture to some of these people because we have a storage facility that we house couches, beds, dressers, and so forth. So those residents got taken care of. And the people that, when I was there, that came picked up their checks were very grateful. It wasn't a whole lot of money, the $430. However, it does help out. That's $430 they wouldn't have had. Plus, it's helping with people's security deposits or down payments on the new places they're gonna go to. But this is the first time the city's ever got involved with something like that. It turned out to be a good idea, and it did help some of those people that basically are living day to day. So that money should have come in a little bit handy for them. But I wanted to council know where what we collected. Their fee on that was right around $400 and some, and so those funds aren't going to be released to us till the 25th, but we had enough money in that account to cover it because we don't want people to wait any longer because we know they need the money like yesterday. So,
Thank you so much, Chief, and thank you
Thank you, Chief.
for everyone's efforts on that. That is wonderful. Next on the agenda, we have signing of vouchers, approval of claims, and authorization of payment. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Counselor Parker.
I'll second.
Second, Counselor Giles. Any discussion? All in favor, but
I'm sorry.
Counselor Wells?
I did have a question. On 11 of 16, there was it was number source 71696. It says replace expired chem, bio, radiological, nuclear APR filters for $3,585. Anybody can enlighten me what exactly that is? I'm sorry, it was on page 11 of 16. It was, the check was written, 1/16 of 19 is written today.
Gas mask.
He's confused.
So those are respirator filters for police officers, gas masks.
For gas masks? Oh, okay, all right. That clarifies it, thank you.
Any other discussion? All in favor by show of hands? It's unanimous. Next on the agenda, we have unfinished business. There is none. Under new business, consideration of council appointments for the Redevelopment Commission.
Madam Chair,
Councilor
I would
Giles.
like to make a nomination. I would like to nominate Ms. Allie Brown for the position.
Okay. Any other nominations?
Madam President, we're actually voting for two, correct? There's two vacancies plus an alternate?
Correct. No, just
No, not
two.
just two vacancies?
Is there two on redevelopment?
Yes.
Two.
I'd like to renominate or reappoint Bruce Kimmery.
Okay, so we've got Ally Brown and Bruce Kimmery. Any other nominations? Seeing none, nominations are closed,
Threw out already.
and you should have the ballot in front of you.
Make sure she can read it. Yeah,
Madam
make
President, I misunderstood. Are we electing two here or one?
Two.
two.
Okay.
Is Ally spelled A-L-I?
A-L-L-Y, isn't it? Oh, A-L-I, okay.
Ally Brown, okay. And then I'll need her address to send her a letter.
Okay. doing it. He always lets me borrow, but we gotta.
Yeah, but if I run out of ink, I'll need it back.
Got it right there. What's the date today?
16th.
Bruce Kimmer. Bruce.
Thank you.
It's Kimmer, K-I-M-M, right?
How do you spell it? K-I-M-E-R-Y.
K-I-M-E-R-Y.
M-E-R-Y.
I know that one for the BZA too.
Rick just voted for one. We get 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay. 11 votes were cast, so Ally Brown and Bruce Kimmerer are the candidates. That's good. Okay. It's done.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have consideration of council appointments for the Economic Development Commission. Any nominations?
Elaine Dzinski.
We currently have Elaine Dzinski on the Economic Development Commission, just for everyone's
I'll
knowledge.
nominate her, then
Okay,
reappoint her.
we have Elaine Dzinski has been nominated. Is there any other nominations? Seeing none, nominations are closed. Please cast your ballots.
Six votes were cast, so Elaine is the appointment. There's 6. Oh, wait a minute.
Next on the agenda, we have consideration of council appointments to the BZA, Board of Zoning Appeals.
Madam President.
The regular one, yeah.
Yes, Councilor Jones?
I don't know if you recall, but in the past, on this committee, we had problems with attendance. I spoke with President Lytle, and she discusses this was one of the best committees she's ever had, and attendance was, I think, 100%. So in saying that, I'd like to re-elect Art Dzinski and Mike Payton. Would be 2 nominations I would recommend.
Okay.
Madam President, I would
Yes,
like
Councilor.
to nominate Celeste Jaffe.
Okay, so if everyone, any other nominations?
There's 3 here.
3. We have 3 nominations.
Did you say Mike Payne?
Yes, sir.
He's on there currently.
Mike, what's his name, please?
Mike Payton.
Oh, Peyton.
Payton, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
We're going to do a separate vote for an
I put
alternate.
them both out, so make sure you just do.
Wait.
Okay, nominations are closed. Please cast your ballot.
Sorry.
You're okay.
What's, do
You're
you know
okay.
the, you know the zip code?
Yeah, but I get it.
And I stole it from next year.
$18 votes were cast, so Art Dzinski, Mike Payton, and Celeste Jaffe have been reappointed.
Thank you. Next, we have Consideration of council appointment to the Board of Zoning Appeals alternate.
There goes that.
Madam President,
Yes.
I'd like to renominate Brett Addington in that role.
All right. Any other nominations? Seeing none, nominations are closed. Please cast your ballots.
Okay. She guess you forgot.
I'll fill one out if it's.
Sorry. Six votes for cast for Brent Addington. He is reappointed as a BZA alternate.
Great. Congratulations to all of our appointees. We appreciate your service, all you do to help our city. So thank you, and lots of luck and fun the next couple of years. Next, under new business, we have resolution number 1, 2019. Read it.
All these appointments. Resolution 1, 2019, introduced by Councilor Chavis, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Lawrence, Indiana concerning retention of Bose McKinney and Evans LLP as legal counsel.
Okay, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Motion, Councilor Giles. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second, Councilor Parker. Any discussion?
Madam President,
Yes,
was it 75,000 last year? I was thinking it was 70.
it's the same.
Okay, thank you.
Madam President,
Yes, Councilor Wells?
without looking, I guess, hopefully someone knows the answer, 75,000 would basically deplete our professional services line item. Would that be correct?
Yes.
So that's all the money we have in professional services.
That's the only thing we use in professional services is to pay for our legal services. That's every year.
I understand that, but, you know, professional services in the past have been used for other things. But
Right.
I personally, I have no problem with the professionalism of the law firm. I just think $75,000 is just comparative as to what previous councils have paid, and I've said this again and again and again. It's just, I think it's just over the top. I think it's just way too much. But I'll go on record for saying that I just think it's. I think the legal services could be done a lot cheaper, but that's my opinion. Well, thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilor Wells. Councilor Giles?
Madam Chair, I think it's for the record to be fair that one thing I'm very proud of this council is over the last 3 years and with the administration, we've gotten a lot of big projects done. We've gotten through water. We're building a police station. We've done asset roads and many different things. And many of those things have gone above and beyond the scope of what we initially came into this with. And if you look at the previous council and you look at the bills and the deals that were done, there was $20,000, $25,000 spent to basically just kind of do some really some really short ordinances and things. And I hope I'm not being unfair to the previous council, but I just do think that we've gotten guided and got really great counsel from Bose. So I give them a vow of confidence, and I think they've served our council and our city well.
Thank you. Any other councilors? Okay, all in favor by show of hands? Opposed? Okay, motion carries. We're adjourned.
Sign the vouchers.
Sound like me.
I need to get her